In this video, we are going to learn about complex numbers. Before we see what a complex number is, let's take a number like root of 16. It is easy to compute root of 16 as 4. What if you are given a number like root of negative 16? You type this on the calculator and it tells you math error. So, the root of negative numbers brings us to complex numbers. So when we talk about complex numbers involves, or complex numbers is all about root of negative numbers. If you are given a root of negative number, how do you work it out? So an example is root of negative 16. So the root of negative 16 could be expanded as root of 16 times negative 1, which is the same as root of 16 times root of negative 1. In complex number or in complex numbers, we denote root of negative 1 as I. So I is equal to root of negative 1. So the root of 16 will give us a value of 4, and root of negative 1 is giving us a value of I. So this becomes 4I. The problems of complex numbers is mostly experienced in the solving of a polynomial equation. Let's take an example. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 10 equals 0. When you are given this, it is very difficult to factorize this. And this is when we introduce a quadratic formula. So before we look at a quadratic formula, let's look at the general form of a quadratic function. So the general form or the standard form of a quadratic function could be given as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And the quadratic formula is also given as x equals minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So when we compare our given question to the general form of a quadratic function, we could see that the value of a equals 1, the value of b equals negative 6, and the value of c equals 10. We can substitute this into our quadratic formula. So this becomes x equals minus into brackets minus 6 plus or minus root of minus 6 squared gives us 36 minus 4 into bracket ac. A is 1, c is 10, so that gives us 10 all over 2a. So our x becomes 6 plus or minus 34 times 10 gives us 40, and 36 minus 40 is negative 4. So that becomes 6 plus or minus root of negative 4 all over 2. So we already know that root of negative 4 could be expanded as root of 4 times root of negative 1. And the root of negative 1 is same as I. So therefore that becomes 6 plus or minus 2i over 2 equals x. So we can simplify this, or we can divide 2 by 2 to get 3 plus or minus I plus or minus I as our final answer. So we now have our final answer as 3 plus or minus I, and that brings us to the general form of a complex number. So let's see the general form of a complex number. So the general form of a complex number could be given as A plus BI, where A is a real number and our B is our imaginary number. So we solved and had an answer of 3 plus I, or 3 plus or minus I. So in this, we have 3 plus I, and we also have 3 minus I. The real part here is 3, and the imaginary part here is 1 and -1. So that is that for complex numbers. In the next video, we are going to talk about addition and subtraction of complex numbers. This channel is dedicated to journeying with you in all about your mathematics journey. So don't forget to subscribe as we bring you more. Thank you for watching.